Guys, this will be a long conversation. Uh, Forgive me if I'm this way because here in Argentina, winter is coming. So it's a little bit cold. Uh, the last 3 days or maybe a week, this subject is it's been boiling internationally and here in Argentina. I don't know if in Chile it's happening too, but I I'm seeing a lot of U.S. citizens and UK citizens, Argentinians debating or si- debating, debating how this subject. Maybe some Venezuelan or Peruvians claiming support to Argentina. That's all what I say, what I said, or what I had seen these days. So this will take a long time, but I will show you comments where, in one side, you will see a lot of U.S. citizens uh, just fighting, of course, in terms of comments against UK citizens. They are really mad about the UK not supporting, uh, well, the US on the Iran war, while on the other side, uh, Javier Milei or Argentina is supporting uh, the US on this war directly. Not only that, Starmer, which is a dumb motherfucker, because we have someone like Starmer here in Argentina. It's a governor, the governor of Buenos Aires, of the state of Buenos Aires, not the nation. That guy is a socialist, dumb motherfucker, just like a Starmer. He just completely denies reality. Do you remember? Maybe you won't remember, but we have a case here, a YPF case, which is a crude oil business, big business, or enterprises, which was used or is one of the national today. It's one of the is national, but it was nationalized like 10 or 50 years ago. Originally, it was made by the state, but it was sold maybe in the 90s, but that doesn't matter because YPF was nationalized again by this idiot, which is his name is Axel Kishilov. It was nationalized in maybe in a pretty under organized way. They did it just in a stupid way. That's why Argentina had a series uh, of legal problems, international legal problems, all across years and years and years. Uh, but last week or 15 days ago, the intervention, the U.S. intervention, give it the case to Argentina, so they won. But it's not Argentina won, but it's not something tiny. It's $20 billion. $20 billion. It's a really fucking big amount. Well, that is something that shows that Argentina is being supported by the U.S. because the decision, uh, the push was made by Donald Trump. That's why the case went fine for Argentina. It's pretty obvious. Uh, that's the same reason why Argentina is probably supporting Donald Trump. This all started when Javier Milei said he wanted Donald Trump to be president before he was president. So it's a good relationship that is happening since the last government. Okay. On the other side, you can see it, this dumb motherfucker of Starmer. I know he's creating a big trouble there. And if I'm not wrong, if I'm not wrong, the last days, Starmer has retired troops from Iran. If I'm not Iran or if Iraq, I've seen of Iran. I cannot remember, but they are not supporting the US. And not only that, they are just leaving or just retiring their forces from common places with the US. So I don't remember where or which country, but that's info is making the US mad, the US population mad. So they are supporting even more Argentina right now, at least today, at least today. So the last 2 days, I haven't seen maybe 20, 30% of the UK population or UK comments, all in favor of war in comments. You don't see war in comments coming from Argentina. We are not looking for war at all. That's not what we are looking for. Argentinians are not that way. Argentina is not Iran. It's not a warring country. You need to know that. Uh, Iran is a country with, yeah, or Arabs country or dictatorship or mindless dictatorships on a Arab on any place of North Africa or Midwestern dictatorship. They tend to uh, threat the U.S., the empire. They see they will kill everyone. All those kind of things, and they really do it. They really launch missiles. They don't have troops, but if they could, they would probably invade some other country. Uh, Argentina is not that. Argentina is not a threat for the UK. It's not a threat for the Malvinas Islands because for Argent is not Argentina has never sent any missiles, troops, or any kind of threat on half a century. You need to know that it's half a century. It's a long time, and it's had we only had peace on the last half a century. So there is no reason for war at all because Argentina is a Western country. It's has been a democracy for 50 years. Of course, there have been good times and bad times. Economy goes falls. It's normal on any country. There's good time and bad times. Argentina had a good times on the 90s, but the entire world doesn't know that. But Argentina had good times on the 90s. Well, what you remember of Argentina is the current Argentina, or at least the last Argentina we had, which is the Kirchner's Argentina, which is the socialist times of Argentina, which is almost as bad as a Starmer socialist. Uh, I don't know, but maybe I believe Starmer socialism is maybe even worse than Argentinian socialism because at least Argentina wasn't opening its frontiers to Africans, to Indians, uh, to Western cities, Western no, no, Midwestern with citizens, Arabs. That didn't happen. But you have to understand this. People who want to emigrate, they don't want to go to a socialist hell. At, at least not when it's falling. Socialist countries tend to fall apart or run out or just disintegrate in a slow term. It takes a long time, but people who wants to live on those countries, they tend to go when everything is going fine at the start, when socialism is on on the beginning, not when it falls. No one wants to go to the Soviet Union. No one. Well, Starmer is just it's different. It's wokeist socialism. It's not the same as the Argentinian socialists. The Argentinian socialist or socialist was pretty nationalist. Argentina was always more like a national socialist. You know what's that? Argentina is more like a fascist country. Uh, the frontiers were pretty open, yes, pretty open. To the last 20 years, there had been Bolivian immigration, Paraguayans, or Paraguay immigrations, immigrants coming here. Uh, Argentina has been pretty open, but I don't know if Argentina would have been as open to the same immigrants you are letting or Starmers letting just come or enter the country. Well, enough talking about that because I'm trying to show the differences. Now, or the context. Now, I need to show you the comments from what one side or at least the three sides, which is the US, UK, and Argentina, or at least Spanish talking comments. Let's see. The UK is going to lose the Falklands. Chile has declared its support for Argentina, claim over the Falklands. Okay, it's nothing really politically clear coming from the US, but it's mostly probable that they would surely support the Argentina. And you remember what I said 1 week ago. The UK rejected helping the US on Iran. So this is something is backlash or something that is happening because of that. So everything is aligning to Argentina. First, I will show you the English comments, and after that, I will show you the Spanish comments. Well, Andrew POV. This is from the US because the flag is US. Technically, if you look at the chain, America will own the Falklands because we are in tight with the Argentinians. Yes, this is a comment that I had seen at least two times because someone else said that if the Argentinians do not take the island, the US will take it. Yes, the US is on a pretty expansionist phase right now, or at least interventionist. Uh, Another logo, another US logo flag is finally the British need to be put in their place. Okay, all right. Gratitude. This is an Argentinian talking in English, or at least writing English. Positive from Argentina, Malvinas had. April 2nd was Malvinas died here. Sadly, we live tonight with a great trip and learning experience. Great country. Makes sense. South Americans, militaries, prediction models based on United Kingdom non-existing power, projection, and low manpower, citizens, morale, see. With the United States willing to save, okay, the European Union, uh, why would Falklands Island dispute not be revived? Not US war either. NATO is over. Yes, this is happening because Europe, the entire Europe, is not supporting the US. So the US says, hey, it's not our war if anything happens. Okay. Uh, the last time, those who fought over the Falklands, uh, last times, those two fought over the Falklands. Uh, we we were providing support for the UK. It appears it's time around our support should be for Argentina. The Falklands are right next to Argentina, being owned by the UK. Would be like Argentina owning Wales. Yes, exactly. It's does it have a sense? Uh, there is another comment here in English. Deservedly, so the Argentines and I am the Argentines and I'm betting with the assistance of Chile will take the islands. The world will laugh at the impotent British lion. Yeah, and there is a photo of an old lion or see maybe an old lion with the flag all dirty, the, the UK flag. If the Falklands was a Muslim territory, the UK would have given it back to them. The UK would have given it back to them years ago. Yeah. It's yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what is happening right there. The UK effectively has no navy at the moment. This is from the US. They cannot do anything to stop Argentina if they want to take the Falkland Islands. Argentina is not really looking for any war, anyways. These kind of comments are really worrying comments. You see people on the UK talking about the state of the army, while the US comments are talking about the state of the army, of the UK army. While you don't see any Argentinian say, yeah, let's go for a war. No, Argentina is not that kind of country. I, Jose Fede, this is an Argentinian name. Uh, I think the US shall help Argentina. Okay. Augie from New Orleans. This is must be, I suppose, from the US. The Falklands Island are clearly a holdout colonial relic. I had seen this comment before. Argentina needs to redeem their national honor and retake it and keep the Falklands. Even if other European nations evolve themselves, the whole South America can unite against Europe. Yes, we are talking about if any kind of war happens, you will see the entire American continent supporting Argentina. I'm not talking about South America and not talking about just Peru, which is a country who always supported Argentina. No, no. Brazil is always against any kind of interventionism. So Brazil will, which is a country with 200 million uh, uh, people living there, and it's a major economic power, will surely support Argentina because they don't want any kind of colonialism. No one wants that. No one wants that here on this continent. Uruguay maybe will be neutral, but they just will probably support Argentina. Chile is already supporting Argentina. Uh, Bolivia and Paraguay they maybe will not say anything, but probably Bolivia will support Argentina. But of course, Bolivia doesn't have any kind of naval army, but they can support it. We are talking about support. Uh, Colombia will probably support Argentina. Venezuela will probably support Argentina too, because they are. Remember this: the current dictatorship of Venezuela is a puppet from the U.S. So they will, if the U.S. supports Argentina, Venezuela will support Argentina, and not only that, even if the president wasn't, if the president wasn't a puppet from Donald Trump, Maduro himself would probably support Argentina too. Okay, Mexico would probably, I don't know if they are gonna support Argentina, but they are surely against colonialism. So maybe they will be neutral. Canada will probably be neutral. Cuba will support Argentina. That's 100% sure about that. El Salvador will support Argentina. I'm not sure about Spain, but we have pretty strong ties with Spain. So as long as we support Spain, they will support us in this war. Italy will support Argentina probably, but will probably support Argentina because we are mostly Italians. Um, what else? Well, entire Africa will support Argentina, but of course they will not support it directly. Uh, but what else? Russia. Well, they will be pretty neutral on this in this war if a war happens because Russia doesn't do not want uh, Argentina to succeed because they don't like not the U.S. They don't want a capitalist. They don't want capitalism to be in Argentina. They don't want that, but they don't like Great Britain or the UK neither. So they will be probably neutral. Probably neutral. I don't know. Mm, I don't know. I don't really know. China will probably support Argentina too, but China is pretty neutral. So if if China wins, if Argentina needs some kind of equipment uh, or resources, China will sell those resources to Argentina. But hear me out. China will do the same with UK the UK. So it's pretty neutral. What else? Japan. We have a really good relationship with Japan. Well, but it's going too far. So I just needed to say that. Maybe the geniuses. Another comment, Michael W. Maybe the geniuses on the Starmer will pay Argentina to take the Iceland similar to Chagos Island deal. Sounds fair. I don't really know what the Chagos Island is, but I know the UK empire has been just falling apart for the last 200 years, so it's something that is common for them. Robertus, look for Millet to make a trip to the White House to ask for the blessing of the Father to move on the Falklands. And there is a photo of um, Donald Trump. You have this again. There is an another comment here. Cody Northwood with the U.S. flag. You have to see it, but more importantly than that, you love to see it. Yeah, they are really hating the UK, uh, and they will another comment, and they will simply give them up, and any edits from the 80s will be ignored. Yeah, you need to know this. I had seen this comment before, but the deaths from the 80s from both sides were not for nothing. They were not being ignored because they're thanks to that war, to the war, the Falklands or Malvinas War, the dictatorship followed apart. The dictatorship ended, and Argentina had been a democracy for the last century, half a century, since the dictatorship followed or just went away, thanks to this war. So, no, it's not for nothing. So, sounds like something the shields of America should fully support. So, another US comment. British, there is that another comment here. Tax me herder daddy. Okay, British Navy ships post World War II was 1,000. Now is 60 to 80. Let that sink in. Okay, another comment. A/B test. A/B test. The USA sure as heck is isn't going to help the UK retain them this time. What goes around comes around. I had been in the Falklands, very British oriented. Yes, and as an Argentinian, I can say this. Uh, they can live. They can stay live there. Uh, I don't want to kick that. I don't want to kick them out like the UK did 200 years ago, almost 200 years ago. No, it's 119 years ago. I don't want to just replace the population. That will be easy. I don't want that. I want to just respect them. I want to respect the private property. Uh, they are not guilty of what happened in 190 years ago. They had been living there for generations, so they have the right to live there. At least that's what I think. Not only that, they deserve to have travels, to have airplanes flying over there because they don't have it right now, and they deserve to to have the right to trade with Argentina because they don't have that right now. They have to import everything from the UK, which is something horrible. They are not really as free as they should be. If they want to be UK citizens, that's fine, that's perfect, because they are UK citizens living here on Argentina, and statistics is that from if you look at statistics or numbers, you will see that there are 300k uh, Argentinians right now who are UK descendants or they have UK ancestry. There's not any problem with that. They can live there, they can come here, they can have the Argentinian nationality if they want. or they can stay being UK citizens. That's not really a problem to me. Argentina is pretty open to immigration, as long as the immigrants just adapt to our culture, which is a pretty Western culture. So do not worry about that. I think another comment. Captain Beerside Fish Fingers. I think there will certainly be a conversation about our ability to defend. This guy is from the UK, to defend the base in the event of hostilities. There won't be any hostilities. I don't think for a minute there will be any threat by force. I don't think it, I think the same. But I suspect they will try and tie Starmer up in knots with a similar logic to Chagos. Yes, I don't really even know about Chagos, so I'm just reading the comments. The UK can do anything about it. They have no naval power. For what I know, or what the UK is saying, you shouldn't say this. Uh, the navy, naval, or the naval power, the fleet are not in good condition to be used in a war right now. Another comment, Eddie Kaplan, nature as her coward. No, really bad. This is not really right. Well written. This is what you can deserve for showing they have neither the will defend or guts to offend. Okay, they won't do shit if Argentina takes over. Argentina won't take over the islands. At least that's what I think. They will probably do a treaty. Some clown from the Guardian will write a piece why Britain must allow the Falklands to leave, and that. That would be it, I suppose. Here, Mark, with the UK flag. Like to see them try. Are you aware of the defenses on the island post Falklands War in 1982? Well, there will not be any war, really. I don't know why lot of UK comments is are related with fighting, with war, with fighting with the fleets, with the planes, or all that's stupid things. Some of them are saying that they don't have enough. Some of them are saying to fight, but you need to know this. Both the Argentinian and the UK are really irrelevant in terms of military power or economic power. And mostly, for what I know today, UK is in the middle of a crisis, a big crisis, an immigration crisis. You have African immigrants destroying everything. You have a Muslim raping. You have Muslim uh, burning things, or just creating trouble everywhere they go. I mean, right there on the UK, uh, you have them. If I'm not wrong, just infiltrating on the political power right there on the UK. Uh, you are close to a deficit, to a deficit so big that you will not be able to pay it. You have a socialist governor, or prime minister, which is Starmer, which is stupid motherfucker. I'm sorry if it's an insult. You don't deserve a guy like that. I I don't. I want the Malvinas being Argentinians, but I don't want the UK just falling apart, ceasing to be a European country, because that problem is all around Europe right now. You see it in Germany, you see it on Italy, not quite, but Italy, in the south of Italy. You can see it on Spain. You can see it in France is directly is it's Africa right now. So European is ceasing to exist. What we see about Europe right now is maybe Eastern Europe. They are pretty the last of Europe. Eastern Europe, you could say maybe Russia, Ukraine, Poland, uh, no, Hungary. I don't know how it's pronounced, but that's a place where no immigrants can come. So let's continue. Ah, and I say it again. If you are a UK citizen and want to escape that hell, that incredible hell, horrible hell, the first I can say to you is just defend your culture, defend your future, and kick all those millions of people who are just destroying your culture and your ethnicity, because your country will simply cease to exist if you uh, don't do anything. But in case if everything is lost, just come here to Argentina. Come here and live on Argentina. You are welcome. Argentina is always has had welcome uh, European immigrants. In times of famine, or in times of war, or all or necessity, Argentina had always been open to immigration. Mostly we are Italian, but that's followed by Spanish, and you can see a lot of big communities that have maybe 1 million or maybe more than 1 billion citizens, or I'm not really citizens, but and is descendants here. So it's counted but millions by millions. So you can live here pretty well. You will be welcome here. Uh, Aggressive Admiral Facteller. Well, make quicker work of taking back the Falcons in a modern world than the US. Well, make quicker work of taking back the Falklands in a modern world than the US have of taking Iran. You are all embarrassing. And the traveling years slow pretended tough guys. Okay. Starver ain't Maggie. Margaret Thatcher. He's going to abandon the Brits living there. Besides, they are not Muslim anyway. So fuck them. Yes, Starmer is they. It's he would probably just defend Muslims more than UK citizens. I hope the another comment. Curiam Abraham. I hope the US supports Argentina against the UK. Another comment. Yeah, yep. And their basis is Cyprus. Cyprus. Uh, Modus Mighty. UK will send a strongly worded letter to Argentina, then ask the USA for help. USA must just say no. UK needs to learn the FIFO process. Yeah, they need to learn how to losing. Patrick Wilson, another comment. Last time, the US contributed intelligence, tracking, and offered US you it's is use of one of our military bases. This time, probably not. But the new ally of the Brits, the French, we will be with them. I personally, I really doubt it. If Argentina doesn't take it, the US will. Okay, that's you have to take. You have to. That's the second comment talking about that. The UK is going to lose the UK, and I had seen that comment maybe 2 or 3 times. The UK will lose the UK directly, and I had seen another comment talking about uh, Ireland taking the north, so it's the end of the UK. It could be. It could be. Okay. Uh, Shop help Malay taking Malvinas. This is something from 2 days ago. If NATO MJ realistic realistic real politics realistic to my bond not to see the point Mercer we was MAGA. This guy is from the US. If NATO is gone, Argentina is definitely invaded and retake the Falkland Islands with Chagos. Starmer completed tortured the deterrence Thatcher built with the last war, and Millet could easily take it. Britain can do anything. No ships, not all of Latam now recognizes Malvinas as Argentinians, with them also becoming one of the American most loyal ally. Chances are high the US stays out and let it happen. Okay. The Navy is pretty tiny. With what Navy and Air Force? Argentina is still primarily using all A4, which is, I suppose, old airplanes, a plane that is conversion of a ship. But the 609, the RAF based on the Falklands, will be able to repel any attack. Never mind you, I'm wasting my time reading this comment. No, no war will happen. UK comments are just pretty minded or aiming to uh, fighting, but no war will happen. That will not happen. I'm not here to take side. However, all Britain has to do is to give an ultimatum to Argentina. You take the Falklands, we nuke. No, no, I no, no, that's pretty diplomatic. It doesn't have any sense. Uh, this guy is pretty mad. Uh, Nuking a, a capital with 20 million people living there for an island with 1,000 people living there. No, no, it doesn't have any sense at all, at all. I mean, Argentina will not, and I'm not saying this because uh, you could use nukes. No, no, it's not smart at all. Saying we will nuke 20 million people for 1,000. It's not really smart at all. The Something that is really smart is to have good relationship with Argentina, like the UK had, like 100 years ago. You don't know the majority of the population doesn't know it, but the UK was one of the main uh, investors or powers investment doing any kind of investments here in Argentina uh, un, until the 20th century, the start of the 20th century. And this guy is from the Canada. It has the Canadian flag. Another guy saying, highly doubt Argentina will attempt to invade the Falklands. The entire population is of British descent, and other than fisheries, the island have little economic value. It's the same reason I believe the UK will not defend it because it doesn't have economic value. It wouldn't like invasion would not happen, but for Argentina it has political value. For Argentina, it's a national identity value. It's national identity. So any country has a national cause. For Argentina, it's Malvinas. Across Argentina, just like we did. There is someone here with the England flag, not the UK. You're fucking retarded. The UK will absolutely crush Argentina just like we did last time. People do not know, even today, the war was pretty tight. Uh, Argentina sank or destroyed a lot of UK ships on the last war. It was really costly in terms of money, and the Navy right now is even for what the UK citizens are saying is on even in a worse shape than that time, so 50 years ago, which is half a century. It's a long time ago. The crucial thing like it did last time. Furthermore, are one of the most broken. No, that's not true. Uh, this guy is happy is seeing Argentina as it was a couple years ago. Argentina is in surplus right now economically, and Argentina grow like 4.4% last year, while the UK is growing 1.4. That's what I look at on Google. So no, the world at the moment we have many more ships. Yes, if some other UK citizens says that's not true. And much more advanced equipment, but it's irrelevant. UK power and Argentinian power is irrelevant compared to the great countries. Much more advanced equipment. They will last even less than last time. I doubt it. I don't. I really doubt. Uh, this comment had 120 comments. So imagine how much debate it created. Another is a Cape sheet. The Royal Navy literally had to borrow a frigate from Germany. This isn't the 80s. You have no cars over islands 80,000 miles away. And you have to know this. This comment is coming from the US, not Argentina. Let's see if there are some Spanish comments. Uh, Uruguay and also the trend is similar. Deeper economic integration, but not good. Argentina, this is more talking about this future project which is joining uh, Argentina, Chile, Uruguay, the south of Brazil together as in one country. This is talking about Mandani. Well, there was a lot of Spanish comments on on the on the post who were in Spanish, and you were seeing a lot of people coming from the US just say, "We will attack you. We will attack you. We will use our army. We will there. We will do that." While on the Spanish side or Argentinian side, you will see people say, okay, "Well, the same as ever." Argentina has tried on that, okay, but you don't see any Argentina threatening with a war. You see UK threatening with a war. Well, at least not the majority. You because I was seeing comments, some of the comments, maybe 20%, saying, let's just give them the islands away. Um, you see another some of the other comments say that it's colonialism. Some of the others say is that the islands are literally in Argentina. Uh, it's turmoil, but this subject uh, s- um, uh, um, is really just boiling this week. So I had to make this video. I don't know what you think, but I had to talk about this. I was talking like for 15 minutes. It's pretty long because my English is a piece of shit. Tell me what you think. Any comment would be appreciated. Personally, I believe Europe should stay in Europe, and Argentinian the islands are always Argentinian, of course, because I'm Argentinian. It's a thing of national identity. While on the other side, the majority of the current population, young population, do not know a fucking shit about the Malvinas. And not only that, they didn't even know where or what the fuck the Malvinas was when the war started a half a century ago. I know that because that's the comments that say documentaries. I seen that on a documentary and some guy, random guy, doing interviews on the UK some time ago, maybe some years ago, and some people was saying that the majority didn't even knew what the Malvinas was before the war. Okay, of course, the Malvinas are always Argentinians or Argentina, uh, but I can only wish luck to or good fate to UK. They deserve to stay being Europe. They do not deserve to be invaded. They do not deserve to have a socialist prime minister. And if in any case the UK just falls apart slowly year after year, you can live here. Because there is no reason the Malvinas are Argentinians, but there is no reason to hold good relationships, economic relationships with Argentina, just because of that tiny island in the middle of nowhere with no resources. Because Argentina has a lot of resources. Argentina has copper, lithium, gas, natural gas, oil, a gigantic amount of them. And territory, in terms of territory, Argentina is as big as Europe. So, and not only that, in terms of the Antarctic claim, Argentina doesn't need the Malvinas Islands to claim the Antarctica. Argentina itself is enough to claim the Antarctica, a piece of the Antarctica. So no, for Argentina it's because Argentina is the Malvinas. It's the same. For Argentina, we are the Malvinas. It's national identity. We are not Argentina without the Malvinas. Well, that's enough. Have a good day.